Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. I've been, terribly under the weather. hopefully, finally getting over this mess. And now it's going to start warming up, so now allergies are going to kick in. But anyway, what I did in my cleaning process of doing the, the room tour video, I went through and just pulled some darker toned paper so that I can have it out with this instead of having to plunder through everything. But then you know how much I love to plunder. Someone asked me, because I put my Fabri-Tac in a different container, and she was saying, she's just starting off and Fabri-Tac is, a little too expensive for her. What can she use? You know what? I got the best thing. I have used it from day one, and I still use it. It's the Jot Clear Glue. And I get it at Dollar Tree. Yep, I get it at Dollar Tree. And they also have the white glue if you prefer, the white glue. And what I do with that, I also put it in a smaller container. Because I'm not going to sit here and go through all of this and try to... No. Give me a smaller container with... Ugh, that's so nasty. But top? There. Yeah, but it does have kind of a larger hole, which is not a problem. And yes, the container looks a little brown and dingy, but this thing is so old. It's, oh gosh, at least 12 to 14 years old. I have redone the washi tape on it though. And then I got this little one here that it has, the very small tip to it, but this is also filled with white glue. Not white glue, but the clear glue. And I prefer the clear glue. And then this part here, this orange thing here, I got this at Joann's. This is simply one of the tips that go on to knitting needles. It's a little silicone tip. And I stuck a needle in it just so I can make sure that when that goes down, it seals and no air gets in here. But yeah, this is what I've used from like forever. I think I remember, it's what, 2013 was when I set up my craft room in the other end of the house. And I would go and I would buy, a half a dozen of these at a time. So, but yeah, you don't have to use the most expensive glue. If you have tape runners, and yeah, this is a Studio G, but this is just a generic one. It doesn't have to be anything big and fancy. I think I've got, this here is a Tomboy. And the only reason why I got this is because it was on sale. And I got it at Joann's before they closed, and it had the refills. That's the only reason I got this. This one here, I don't know where it came from, but it's a tape runner. It works. This is an adhesive dot runner. Never have had too much luck with this because, it's all the little dots on it. But, that came... Oh, I think this came as a thank you thing on something I had ordered. But yeah, go with whatever works for you. If you prefer Elmer's glue, if you prefer the purple glue that turns white or clear when it dries, whatever works for you, use your glue. I also use double-sided sticky tape. I've got a glue stick, I think. Yep, I even use glue sticks. So, it's whatever works for you. Feel free. Because it's your work. Use what you've got. Now, I did do a couple of pages in here I think this was the last page we had worked on together. I think. And then, just pulling things out and trying. And then I decided, no, let's try something else. And it was like, well, I need to turn the camera on. So what I've done already, I've got my page here, is I have pulled out, now I've got things everywhere. I pulled out a couple of, I did pull out the one large page, which all I did was rip the edge off. I'm not sure if this is showing up too well, but yeah, all I did was rip the edge off. But I can use this, so I'm putting that back in my box. Then I pulled out these two. Because at one time I was thinking, that would be great as to layer, but then, if I put that one there, I wouldn't need a background because of the coffee stain on that. So that could work. That would give me some type of a background there. And then I've had this frame that keeps wanting to show up. I put it in different places and it always comes back. So, and then a bunch of stickers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with this first. Yes, I do have my trash can back. And I still have these in the trash can. These are things that are so hard to find right now. I mean, and they're some of the most elusive crafting things out there. And these are empty washi tape rolls. Yes, I've gone through 2 more. I know that's funny, but I've had washi tape that I had for years. And no matter how much I use it, it never goes down. So I get to the end of a washi tape roll, I get excited. Okay, got the tape off. Which way are we going? Now, you don't really have to, because I put the tape all the way around, you don't really need to put glue in the middle. But if you feel like you need to, we're coming back with our plain clear glue here. Put some down there, just like that. And you can go right there. Now I need to do the same on the back here, but instead of putting my tape like I did on that one, I'm just going to use my glue. Now this does have a larger hole in it, so it has a tendency to come out quite a bit at a time. Don't want to put that on upside down. I'll put that right like that. Now I think what I had wanted to do was to stick this underneath, but then I've already put the glue down, which is one of the good things about using, hold on, I had to get a piece of tape, about using glue, wet glue, is that you have time that if you forget something, honey, you can just pull it up and stick it down and you got time. And especially with this is more of a water-based glue. So you're going to get that wrinkling to it. But we're okay, we're good. Now, I was thinking about over here putting this down, but not sure I want to do that all in that area like that. So I want to just move my book off to the side, and I pulled a few things out that I thought would go good over there. I like this one, but I think I started trimming it at one point. Scissors. So all I'm doing is trimming the edge off. that one off, get that one off, keep going. And if it's not straight, you know, that's okay. It doesn't have to be straight. I may want to put that one down there. Or, let me see if we can. If I can. Come on, where's the, there it is. You don't have to keep your stickers just the way they come. So, put that one up there, sort of hold it, almost like we're using it as tape. That works. And then I have this one. So, I'm going to put this one, going a little something different here. Now, I found I got all these in that last, well, most of them, in that, my last journal say order. And I've been wanting to use them, but, and yes, they're going to overlap, and then my frame is going to go right on top of them. But we've got something else for the frame too. Then I wasn't sure about this one, but the more I think about it, it's like, why not? You're there, and I've already used one part of you. So we'll stick you down there. That works. Now, all I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a little glue right along the inside, not the outside edge, but just the inside edge. And put that down. Now, scoot all you over. I think that's all the... Now, with white glue, you need to give it a moment to give it a chance to stick. Now, see, I'm still got the wrinkling part of that there, where it's not laying smooth. I'm not sure if it's showing up in the on camera, but it is like that. Now, let's see. I've had some. That's a blank. That's trash. See, I know I want these two on that side. What else do I have? I'm going to have to pull these over here so I can see what I want where. Use that one here. Do I want this one? Put those two there. Should I do them all in this? Or do those over there? I'm getting myself confused now. All right, let's see. We have the larger one here. Ooh, wait a minute. I've got one more that can go over there. Okay. I had picked out this frame. And I was like, why not? Why not? I mean, you can't hold on to your pretties all the time. You got to use them. And why do we always have to use our pretties? So that we can get more pretties. Come on now. You're not wanting to come off. It's going to be one of those days. Maybe it's the tape. Maybe I need a fresh piece of tape. Let's try it again. As I know it comes off. Maybe if I go backwards. Oh, well, it sticks, but it's not. I'll try it the other way. There we go. Just a little perseverance. Come on, peel off, peel off, peel off. There we go. Now, I'm going to put this right over the castle. Why not? All right, we have our castle. Now, do I want these here? Yes, let's do these. But first I want this one up first. And I tried to choose flowers that have a more of a jewel tone to them. Move this over so you can see what I'm doing. Then I've got this one here. It is pink, but it's sort of like a see-through pink. And all I want this for is the color. Give it just a pop of color down there. All right, which way is which? Some of these I can't tell whether, and I think that's what I was doing with that one. I was trying to pull it off of the wrong side. Now, this I'm going to put right there. But then I'm going to come around with these and sort of have it just as a touch of color in the background. So this one, layer that one in so that we come through here. Yeah, we'll do this one next. Have to figure out what I'm doing, which way I'm going with these. And I am trying to behave myself and not do too much, because 2 days ago I got the shots in my back because I have like 4 discs back there that are either, I think I've got 2 degenerated and another one that's, I don't know, they're back there and they're not doing what they're supposed to. So see, now we've got this. And I like it that it's just blank there. So now I want to come over here to this one. Ooh, I could, why not? Because I didn't think, I knew I had pulled out the other gear one, but I was not sure about, yeah, that one. So that's going up in the corner. That works. Now for here, I want, see how we're going to lay these out. See, they will definitely be dark on that background. So I may have to wait till I get done and I pull everything up a little bit closer to the camera so you can see. Okay, now this one. Come on. My tape is just, yep, need another piece. Let me move this down here where it's a little bit easier to get to. I put it on the little shelf on that side of my desk, and now to get to it, it's like, and I'm so used to having my cart like right here next to the my desk, and it's not here because we moved it. So, which is why now I have this little thing that holds this little glass thing, holds the things that I need. And my scissors, the red one with the little red handles, I had a pair. I lost them. And, I mean, for the life of me, I could not find them. Could not find them anywhere. But in the process of cleaning everything out while I was not feeling good, I found my other pair. So now I have the ones in there, and I have these, my favorite scissors. I found them. Okay, we have this one. I'm going to come down a little bit further here, because this one here is going, oh, I've got two here. How am I? Okay, we'll do it this way. That one can still stay sideways. Will you? Let's move it up just a touch. Move it up here some. Okay, now, what was I doing? I was trying to take tape off, or the backing off. Goes that one. Put that one there. So I've just got that showing back a little on the back side. That's all I wanted. Yeah, because we went so far up with these over here. So, and then come right down there. And then through the middle of it all, although you'll probably be able to see everything behind this one, because it's not a solid clock face. But, come on. Which way? Let's see. There's 12. I'm at least going to try and get it in the somewhat right space. And then this one here that keeps being on my desk and won't go away. I've tried to put it away, and for some odd reason it always ends up back on here. So it's down. It's down. And I think I'm going to call that done. I left all this up here blank. And that's okay. You don't have to cover everything. But we have the frame with a little castle behind it, and then our bouquet, excuse me, with the little clock, and you can see through it, so that's okay. And then on this one we have our frame. Now, one thing you will notice is that when you're using regular water-based glue, you may have to wait until your glue is dry to put your stickers on. Either that, or you may have to come back and reapply some glue underneath them, because I noticed that when there is lifting. So with that being said, let me go ahead down here. I'm going to come in here with the Fabri-Tac, because these are not regular paper stickers. These are what they call PET stickers. I used to know what PET stood for, but yeah, that's a used to thing. So that's where we're at. I think those turned out really good. And later, you know, if I find something else I think should go on, I've got the room. I've got room all over here. I've got room up here still. You know, a page isn't done until you finally get done with the whole book and say, yep, I'm satisfied with everything. So we've got all this done so far. And we're all the way up to here. I don't know if y'all saw if I got this part framed or not. Or framed, but, filmed. But we've come quite a ways. We have come quite a ways. Do you know what? I know what I want to do. I want to put a tab on this. Now, what I've got, this used to be a placemat, and it's sewn really nice there on the edge. And I want just a tab. So is that don't want to use those. I've got a pair of very small tooth pinking shears, and I'm going to come right in here, probably about there, maybe. going through all those is kind of hard. But these things are quite sharp, so I'm not going to worry too much. And then we're going to snip it off there. Yes, I am going to hang on to those. Now, do I want it here? Here? Let's do it up here. Or maybe we should do it up top. Let me see how that would look. That would definitely stick up some. Maybe too much. Let's do it on the side. I know. Sometimes it's hard to make up my mind. Put that down there. Come up on the other side. Only want one page. Right, like that. Now it does stick out a bit, but that's okay because I can come back in here. I can attach a bulb pin or whatever. So, and then I don't have to worry about having a frayed edge because that's a finished edge there. And with it being that green, I think that turned out pretty good. Now it's done. Unless I find something else I need to change or add to it. But yep, we're going to call it quits for here. This is our project for today. I'm trying to get back into the groove of Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So please bear with me. Like I said, I had pneumonia along with a sinus infection and an ear infection. And about the time I got over one of the kids would get sick and then I'd get sick all over. It's been one of those times. So I'm so glad that you have bared with me through all of this and stuck by me. And I'm hoping for too long we can have this one finished. We have our interactive journal to finish so that we can start something new. We need to do a new one. We've been hanging on these for too long. So if you enjoyed what I've shared with you today, give me a thumbs up. If you're a subscriber, thank you. If you're not, please consider subscribing to my channel. Like I said, I'm going to try to get back into the groove of doing journal videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then what I call a whatever video on Saturday. It could be anything. Who knows? So, oh, and for those of you that did see the last video, which was the room tour of the entire Dragon's Den, you were able to meet Victoria. Her channel is Crafty Little Dragonfly, and she is working, I think she's working on the Snake Lady doll. She's doing it by program, and it is so fascinating to sit there and watch her. So, but then I hear the times when she's having problems, and it's like, because I don't know what to do to help her. But I will leave a link to her channel below, so please go and check her out. There will be new things coming up in the Etsy store. Now that everything is cleaned up, I can finally get to that huge bin that is at the bottom over there and go through it, because I've got more journals. I've got jewelry in there. I've got paracord bracelets in there, memory albums, all kinds of stuff in there, and it needs to get sold. So I'll also leave the link for my Etsy store in the description below, so go and check it out. Check Victoria's channel out, and until next time, bye guys.